Ladies and gentlemen, we want to take this time to welcome all of you here to Sandra TV. This is our Sunday segment of the show. Gladly, we want to welcome you now on Samdra TV. My name is Leon on this beautiful Sunday here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am here and honored today. We will be discussing uh issues along with all of our hosts. They will be joining us shortly, but I'm here. For the PSA. I'm not driving. I'm just parking the car. So I don't want people saying, "Oh, Leon is driving," and then he's. I'm not driving. The car is parked, and I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm sure I've been home right now, but I'm not home because I'm running into some prior difficulty. But it's good to have you on the show, Mrs. Grams. How you doing this beautiful Sunday afternoon?
I'm fine, thank you, Leon. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I see today we have been communicating of having a special segment on. Usually by this time on Sunday we have our youth segment, but we want to make this very special. In this Sunday segment, we are going to be having a conversation for our viewers watching us. As mentioned yesterday in our Saturday episode, we'll be discussing some issues that are pending, that is circulating the world right now from, and what are some things that we will be looking at. But again, I want to welcome all of you. So before we get started, I want you to tell our viewer what is on your mind this Sunday afternoon.
Thank you, Leon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Again, my name is Veronica Grimes. I am the host of Central TV, and I'm a female advocate. I'm here for children. I'm just here for human rights and to send balanced information and balance you out there. So I'm grateful to be here today. Again, we will be talking about silent violence that lead to killing and that lead to death. We'll be talking about silent violence that lead to death. We'll be talking about, speaking it out. We'll be talking about voicing it out so you can maintain your life. So the Mrs. Arizona Gracie Thomas Grams will be joining me with Miss Vivian Cook. So I'm just very I'm a little emotional. And it's just everything. I'm anxious. I'm scared. As a woman, and everything just going together. And we're going to be talking about some things today, indeed, that will help us our ladies. Again, this is Central TV. We will take a 1 minute commercial break and we will be right back to continue on this topic. And our telephone line is available, Leon people, the number, because we want to do the show participatory today, that everybody will call and ask questions and tell us. We are here to help people. It may not be financial help, we can even help you psychologically. So again, we will take 1 minute break.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Central TV.
I love
Central TV is here. We here to inform you, listen and be inspired. Central TV is here. We the best now in time. Oh, listen and be inspired. Turn up to Central TV. Turn up to Central TV. Veronica the boss for Central TV. She here to give you the best. Come and listen, everybody, to Central TV. We here to give you the best. Come and listen, enjoy the show. Come and listen to.
Thank you. So we do want to welcome you back to Samdra TV here on our special segment of the show. We'll be looking at domestic violence as it results into death and abuse. We'll be looking at it from a broader perspective. So I will be in and out of the show. I'm attending on occasion right now that I was invited to. So I will be in and out. But again, we welcome all of you. we give us your opinion. Leave your comments in the comment section, as we will be there to read them out, to look at them. We'll be looking at domestic violence, silent violence, all across the globe, not just in Liberia. We are following the current case that's happening right now, with the Liberia political commentator in Mr. Samuel Jackson. We'll have that conversation. We are hoping to have our panelists available to dive in this conversation. If not, we will be here. We will be here to give you our undivided attention. So stay tuned. We'll take our quick musical break, and then we'll be right back on the show.
Samdra TV, we the best in time. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Samdra TV. Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up to Samdra TV. Veronica the boss for Samdra TV. She here to give you the best. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Samdra TV.
I love to do
Samdra TV is here.
Hello. Meet again. This is Veronica Grimes. This is Samdra TV. We want to welcome you today to Sunday edition. Today we will be talking about abuse, domestic abuse in relationship. Only got a low A. And we see a lot of people in abuse. It don't even have to be marriage. It don't have to be your spouse. It can even be a job place, a work-related abuse. It can be a lot of abuse that we let it slide, and at the end of the day, it leads to our death or our disability. Today, we know they have an issue that is turning in Morovia. Allegedly, one of the permanent guys in the CMC murdered his wife. And then this abuse allegedly started, for some time. According to friends' statement, one of the friends came and said that this lady reported him to him repeatedly. And he Samuel Jackson, and they say he analyst or he whatever his title is. He was married to a South African lady, a very young woman that is young to be his granddaughter. That lady is so young to be his granddaughter. And he brought that girl in Liberia, allegedly abused that girl, and allegedly murdered that girl. And when the story started coming out and people explaining, people showing her picture, we didn't even know that beautiful dark shades that girl was behind. It was just bloody eyes that she was trying to cover. And it's not her. A lot of us women do that. A lot of us women, when we are in marriage or we are in relationship, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship, we always like to cover abuse. And when we do that, guess what it do? It lead us to where she is this hour. This guy is 74 years, according to him. And that girl, I look here, that girl, I don't think she even 50 years. Like, even assume she
He's
50
he's
years.
73.
73, okay. And you brought girl that is young to be your daughter or your granddaughter. And you're going to be abusing her physically to death. And then what rather I mean that this guy doesn't even have any emotion. Let him assume he didn't kill his wife. Let him assume accusation is false. Who will lost their partner and be the way he was or the way he is? Now he's just trying to be homo because he in the end of security. The first day when the security officers went to this guy's residence, he was verbally abusive for his age. I don't know what can he tell his grandchildren. I don't know why he can tell his children. This guy, this dude have been to America before. He left America. He know the security system in America. God forbid, who the security police officer will come to your house and say, I came, there's an issue we need to make. I say, you close the door and cause them. He can't do that. He can't do that. And he stopped the police officers from going into a house to search. And some of our nonsensical people in Liberia who did not even know what was happening, they start cursing Paul and Joseph Boakai. Because we just believe in business as usual. We don't believe in investigation. In this country, yeah, if something happened to me today, my husband will be the first person they will call to ICE before they will start asking my children. So, and when I saw people trying to put politics in there, like, Joseph Boakai, what did Joseph Boakai do? Joseph Boakai did not a groom old 73-year-old man to be physical with a woman that is young to be his granddaughter, calling her the wife. But what I don't understand is, they said that lady here, they say she had a law degree. They said she was a barrister in South Africa.
She is.
They said she business minded. They said she from a rich background. With all the attributes, with all the opportunity you have, what got in your mind to come live with a 74-year-old, 73-year-old man? Did you investigate to see why his ex-wife divorced him? You know, she gone. Whatever we say here, we're not saying it to her. We're saying it to us, the women are on planet Earth. If you see a man is divorced 2-3 times, can you ask question, why is the man being divorced 2-3 times? Is it that he's the best person that every woman wants to just divorce him? And he brought a letter to Africa, to Liberia. And all we saw on the surface was a perfect couple. Beautiful couple. Oh my God. But it don't need you were abusing the lady. And let me tell you something. Yo, when I last time I just trick you, there was when I came to America, I think 2 or 3 years after Joyce Meyer ministry. Joyce Meyer is one of the females evangelists with one of the larger mega churches in the United States. He had a drummer. His drummer is on salary. And his wife in the church was a missionary too. This guy fell in love with another lady. He had 2 children. All people saw in the church is perfect couple. All people saw in the community perfect couple. All the lady knew she had a guy had given her a lifetime partner. They started dating from high school. And they got married. They were professional. This husband, who was a drummer in the church, he's a minister that was beating drum. He fell in love with another lady. And he would divorce his wife to go with that lady. Apparently, he was thinking the church will punish him. And he does that. This guy killed his wife. He killed his 2 sons. He left them in that house and went to the gym. When he went to the gym, you know, human being blood and not chicken blood. I'm telling you guys. When the dude went to the gym, after, according to him, he trained on his way back. According to him, he left his wife and children sleeping. And while he was coming back, he called his wife. His wife didn't pick up. He called the house full. None of his children pick up. So if that happened, and your conscience is clear, come home and see them. So on your way, he already coming home and he called the police. He said, oh, I left my house. I came to the gym and the police, I'm calling my wife, my children. I'm calling the home phone, the cell phone, nobody responding. The police said, have you been there? He said, no. He said, okay, go there, but on our way there, what's your address? When they got there, this man had killed, in America, people that test, not only in America, the test will tell you when the person died. The person will tell you, say the person died at so time. This dude killed up people 30 minutes before he left the house. He strangled them, he put rope on them. He didn't even shove them to say blow away, to destroy evidence. He strangled them. And when he made the police feel like somebody intruder came into the home and killed. So they asked him what they started fighting a telephone conversation, and they went and saw he and that woman communicating. He lied to the woman that he was not married. And then when he said he was not married, I had a lady thought he was not married. So he was doing everything to destroy his wife and children for him to get married to the new woman. So that is Samuel Jassy talking allegedly Samuel Jassy killed that woman and went to the gather from there, went to the studio to make it like he was not home. We work with seizure patients. We work with patients who experience seizure epilepsy. We work with them. And you fall on the bed. The lady, okay, she sees on the bed. So why they put a blood that Samuel Jackson was talking about? Where they put a blood coming from? I think she bite her tongue will say, okay, something. Then she hit her head. If she hit her head, what position was she in? Samuel Jackson, why you didn't call police to come in the house? Let's say, okay, you want your wife's life to be saved. When you took her from the hospital, did you invite police? You never invited police. You destroy evidence by asking people to clean the blood. You destroy evidence, Samuel Jackson, allegedly after you killed that lady. You destroy evidence by calling people to clean the blood. Okay? And then when you came from the show, making it like let your wife stable, let me tell you, they can do tests. They will tell you when that woman died. They can tell you when she went unconscious. You don't mind, maybe that woman arrived. I carried her to the death upon arrival. But she just wanted to call himself. My people, what her name, Tony Jassy, is gone. We're not talking to her because she's not hearing us. The only thing we're praying that justice should be served in the death of Tony Jackson. I pray to God that justice be served. Because she didn't deserve dying at that. But then again, Tony, as educated as she was, why does she stick with us? I'm a 3-year-old man that don't even walk. He can't even walk good. As we understand, he had surgery for prostate before. That's not even an issue. What were you rather doing with this man that he was abusing you, giving you bloody eyes, giving you discoloration on the skin, and you still sitting there? You are your embassy. Maybe you scared, like, okay, if I leave them there, maybe people will kill me. Were you guys in a particular society that you could not walk away? Did you guys sign a covenant that you could not walk away? So she's gone. But we're talking to women who are alive now. We're talking to women who are in relationship. We're talking to women who will sit down there and say, hey, so let me tell you, some men know how to talk women down. How can a woman go drink? A man can whip it and say, you know what? He just beat me. No matter my husband just beat me because he took a bottle of a glass of wine. Why he beat me for? That seriously? You know, I'm the cause of him beating me. You know, the thing he can tell me to do it, I was doing it, you will not beat me. Like, seriously? Did you just say that? I come to the platform to say, any woman that is in abuse, call us. We will fight for you. Any woman that is in a marriage that is being abused physically, sexually, psychologically, call us. We will fight for you. Don't stay there and die. If you die, even right now, if at all, allegedly Samuel Jackson killed his wife, she's gone. Nothing will come back. Law degree is going to the grave. Beautiful woman is going to the grave. Samuel Jackson was, he's 73 years. He may spend few of the years in jail and die or they keep him out. They're not going to bring that woman life back. So you cannot sit down and die. And then after your death, then they say justice. I don't like that kind of justice. I like justice that will keep people alive. If you are in a relationship and you die slowly, you say, oh, our family, we can't divorce. I'm a minister, I don't encourage divorce anyway. But if you have to divorce to save your life, I will tell you, go ahead and do it. Oh, our family is forbidden for us to divorce. But you've been whipped every day. You don't even lecture with your husband. He punching your face. He kicking you. Look at that girl's skin. Look at that girl. Look at her skin. Then all you do there, say now and blame on yourself. He ain't get a problem. I had a problem when he tell me to do something. We say I can do it. He will not be there the way he was there. You need to know your self-esteem. Walk out of that abusive relationship before you die before time. We encourage our young women. Why it's true, I want everybody to have relationship, everybody should have husband, everybody should have wives, it go vice versa. Even you, the man in the house and this woman abusing you, walk out. Look for help. Look for help, because it's not everybody have been evaluated to know the method that they are free. You either have somebody who are mood swing the day you happy, she sad, the day you sad, the person happy. Animal or spirit talking to the person, you say now the person just laughing and nothing happening. And then you sitting there with that person can beat you, whip you. You don't even have your own say in your house. I advise you to walk out of that marriage and look for help. They say love the husband, find somebody to help. Let it do some mental evaluation on him to make sure he is okay. Look at the picture like psychology. I mean, people can always say road be a road. Who knows whether Samuel Jackson had done this with another woman before that nobody ever knew. That even as soon as Samuel Jackson and girl went for vacation, maybe to some kind of country, maybe somewhere, and he killed that girl there and said, oh, my Western so nobody would say anything. But God doesn't even let ugly. Because you know what? Maybe the thing happened for Samuel Jackson to confess about the dude he killed in 1985. How can somebody's father die? They kill somebody's father. They can't arrested that person. His children looking on the road for him to return. His children looking that one day the power will come. 41 years plus, you standing in front of the person saying that why would kill your power for? Then the people then I don't even know what they're saying. Hey, back at you. You're slow down, man. You're slow down. We're talking about somebody's life here. Somebody just got children. Why did he destroy that girl for no reason? And those of you women, oh, me and my husband met together 30 years. You know, I mean, I was married to that other man with divorce. If I divorce the other man, they would think, I didn't want to get a problem. I would just say that whatever you do to be, oh, girl, come on. Is that so serious? If you're not happy and you're being abused physically, psychologically, mentally, sexually, you are about to die. Because if that person physically kill you, depression will kill you. Okay? I encourage every woman to walk out of an abusive relationship. Look for help. If you love your husband, find a counselor. If you love your wife, find a counselor. You guys can discuss that. And you can find a solution. But if you just sit down inside there, oh, I want to divorce 2 times. I want to divorce 3 times. It's required to divorce 4 times for your life to still be divorced. If the person don't need help, you come from somewhere, you're talking, the person slap you. Ooh, the person punch your mouth, your teeth all gone. Then you say sitting there, they say, oh, my husband like me. You know, they got some men that will do that one. When they don't abusing, they will go, oh, honey, I brought you a Gucci bag. Oh, honey, I brought you this dress. Oh, I brought you this shoe. Then after 2 days, again, they punch your mouth. Because you are a lazy woman, you're not able to get things for yourself. And you know the kind of image it will have in Liberia. Now, when I look at that, I said, I used to see so much. I said, why the Inca? Oh, you see me? Yeah? My brother-in-law just did it to me. I used to be like, why would they like her? I said, I can't understand whether what happened. I don't know. Why that leg I was sticking over there for what reason? For what thing? I understand, but you tell you they're being abused, and you still there. Married to your grandfather, he abusing you. You taking that you are taking that one of his children. Look, it's so sad. It's sad that they contemporary war we in. Somebody just say I travel to all, if not all, 90% of the Western country. He have gotten education. He have worked in institutions, work with government, work with private sector. And then he can, my wife fell and she see my corner. And then, I mean, that is seen to be watching your first 48. He have internet. Check Google for the first 48. You will not even believe what people do. When I saw Samuel Jackson's story, I was just thinking about the first 48. Because you're looking for people now to sympathize with him, people to empathize, people to feel for him. Oh, my welfare. She see me corner. We took her to the hospital. Oh, Lord. The Liberia medical. I can't travel out of the country until she's stable. Like, oh, Lord. The Liberia government. The Liberia medical institution. You try to pull Liberia down. Yeah, we got issue with our healthcare sector. But nobody say, go boss a woman here and can't point finger at the government of Liberia or the healthcare sector of Liberia. And I even stay there. Oh, my word died. My word passed away. And trust me, I was really feeding for that woman. I was really feeding for him. Then the next post I saw, oh, I went to give her my last goodbye. Where do they go last goodbye anymore? Anyway, he was right. Apparently, he will not be available during the funeral, so he gave last goodbye because maybe if at all he found Kyoto, he would not be able to attend our funeral. So he may have been right to say he want to give his last goodbye. Woman just died in the morning, they say, go give last goodbye, my man. What's wrong with you? The woman fell on the board, but she bust her head and she bled excessively. So the mattress, you get a right in your mattress for somebody to fall for them to be bleeding like that. Huh? Oh, my wife fell and she bleeding excessively. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, this is Samdra TV. We advocate for women, for children. We engage in balanced news. Today, we are talking about a trending issue in Liberia. A member of the CNC who allegedly killed his wife. He had been allegedly abusing that lady in the entire marriage. Eyewitness can testify. And his wife mysteriously died. And he stopped police officer from entering there. And when they went to do investigation, the lady had bruises on her body, or her brain is split, or her skull is split. What kind of anger is that? What really went wrong? Is it that they were trying to get out of the relationship? Is it that they were trying to get out of the relationship and this girl could not? Or that the one I say? In fact, I can't say that because like you always abuse her anyway. You always abuse her anyway. So this is the issue that going on, and I'm encouraging. Welcome, Vivian. Vivian is a co-host of Samdra TV, and she's a host for Inside Liberia. She joining us today for us to talk about abuse, silent abuse, abuse that are not reported by women. Women try to cover abuse and they stay in that relationship until they die. And our focus points today is on Samuel Jackson, who allegedly killed his wife. So welcome, Vivian. I've been here for the past 20 minutes, and I'll give you the opportunity to make
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you to our host, Samdra TV host, Mrs. Grimes, for bringing me into the show. It is important that some of these issues are lifted, especially for us women who are on these kind of shows. We need to lift these issues up and let it reach The children can say let it go viral. But it's important that we talk about this tonight. Violence is a serious human right
Yeah.
abuse, especially domestic violence. And most of the time, domestic violence happens in a home and a marital home where the couple, the male or female, abuses the couple about the spouse, and then people just downplay it until the worst happen. Mostly affected by these things are women. Mostly affected. We are the most affected people. So when it happens to a woman, it is the concern of every other woman. That is the reality. I know the men will say, "Oh, you're getting tough for us," but seriously, even if you are a male and you know you pay abuse in your home, you need to take a break, give yourself a chance to go through therapy, to go through counseling, and rethink whether you still want to be in a marriage or not.
Yeah.
It has happened several times with several women who have been victims. We witnessed the case of the Nigerian gospel musician and who said because of the gospel and the role she played in the church, she
Yeah.
couldn't say anything and she stayed in that marriage and died there. And I today her kids are without a mother. Recently, last week, and after Decoration Day in Liberia, we are witnessing the case of Samuel Jackson and his young, energetic wife, very young, beautiful entrepreneur who followed him to Liberia as a wife and decided to live with him happily. Well, although the police investigation is still on, a lot of friends, family members, colleagues are talking about serious abusive marriage that she found herself in at such young age. It is embarrassing for her. I think sometimes when these things happening in a marriage, the fear is one of the things that keep the women in. Because
Yeah.
if you have no money and you fear that that person will always try to intimidate you and make you scared that they will not fall for you or they will harm you if you tell people about what's happening to you. These things can lead to your untimely death. It
Yeah.
is saddening, and we extend condolences to the young Lily Tooney's family who by now should be in Liberia. According to the news, they were trying to make their way to Liberia from South Africa. They should be in Liberia by this time. But yeah, we in Liberia see everything for joke. We
Yeah.
take things for granted. We downplay issues. We downplay things. That's why the white people they don't mess with the kind of things when it's happening.
No,
You will
not
see
at
them
all.
walking away slowly. They walk away slowly out of that marriage. And if I may bring an example, I will talk about young Regina Daniel and her older husband.
Mm.
See how she walked away. This is the same thing that she been going through on a high restriction. She's not allowed to act with certain people. She's not allowed to go to certain places. And then all those things been happening to her for like 7 years now, almost, since she been in that marriage. Today, she saw the need to leave.
Yeah.
You are from South Africa, you're a young woman. You got your people there, you got your South African embassy here. She could have taken the need. And sometimes, if that person is a public figure, you need to go public with them. You need to
Definitely.
go straight there. If you go public with them, by the time it's too late. By the time the news started to come out, the young lady had already died. If you go public with them soon, and the bloggers start spreading it, they will seize on you.
Yes.
They will seize on you because they will know that this one is getting serious and she may get jump into the media. By the time you jump into the media, they start to get scared. But too
Yeah.
many things that women go through in violent marriage and marriage that you are not allowed to have a job, marriage that you're not allowed to work, not allowed to go out alone, you are not allowed to mingle with friends, you are not in your own country to visit your parents, You are so far away from home, and you got to endure all of these things to be a happy, to be called a happy wife or a housewife, with all the career you have
I
earned, and
know.
everything that you have worked so hard for being abandoned. That these things makes a woman depressed. No wonder oftentimes when I spy a picture of Mr. Jackson and his wife, she always look a little bit unhappy.
Yeah.
You can see that sometimes the smile is
Yes,
not
she
coming out the
was
right
faking
way.
it. She was just faking everything.
She needed people to talk to. She couldn't get one to do so with. Probably needed to communicate with her people, and she wasn't allowed. Probably wanted some money to even travel on her own. She wasn't allowed to travel on her own or take a break by herself, move around the city by herself. She had to be like almost on security scrutiny for everything she does. When you find yourself in that stage, my people, just know. The first thing if a man says, don't work, stay work, I got everything. I can take care of you. And you're a career woman, I would prefer that you choose your career over that. Because this is where it's going to end. Those are
Mm-hmm.
signs of domestic violence. Those
Yeah.
are signs of yeah of domestic violence in marriage. Before you take a step to go to salon, that person has to accompany you, pay the bill. If you take a step to go to the market, that person is demanding you not to because you got to keep at home and the nurses go, the nannies go to the market. If you take a step to even go to service and that person has to be like part to you, everywhere you go, somebody is there looking at you. You can't shake on your own. And sometimes, we are human. We like to be alone. We like to have some self time all by ourselves, self recreation, something that will just keep whether you are thinking, and just release some of the thoughts from you and make you to feel that you are outside in Liberia. We say you outside. Sometimes you just want to be all alone, have some fun, just all by yourself, and
Exactly.
you
With your
can't do it.
colleagues, with some females and other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, some friends, some family, and you just can't. When you find yourself in the shoes, where you just can't do it. Sometimes you want to have long conversation on the phone with your parents, talk about issues, make some fun, your friends you left behind in their own country, and you are not allowed. Those are signs of domestic violence coming
But
to you.
Vivian, let me ask you one question. I can still think. This lady we learned she was a lawyer. We learned, I mean, the age we may be 20 or 30. Um, we learned she's from a very good family in South Africa. What
Yeah,
already the issue that she sat down for a 73-year-old man to keep allegedly abusing her? And she didn't learn.
you know,
For a little education, she didn't call for help. She didn't call her family. She got an embassy. She didn't call police. Allegedly was murdered by the man she supposedly loved. What really was the issue?
That's why sometimes when you think about talking to people and you can't get them, you're not allowed to. Sometimes you enter into depression. When you are depressed, you just stay there and say, I will just leave. I just give it, I just gave up. Somebody just gave her like somebody said she touched ground with them one time by sending a text to help her to see how best she can lead this marriage. Maybe she was threatened by his seeing death. Maybe she was threatening to if she had left the home, what was going to happen to her. Some of these guys who have been around for long and know more about the war and all of that. Most of the time, when they become like that, they threaten you, the woman. I oh rebel, I fought this war, I did this.
Mhm.
Some of those things are in place in a situation where she may not have, and with the mind, the kind of mind that she had, with the trauma she was going through, it's like she just couldn't get herself together and muster the courage to find her way out. She was like, let me just stay here and just, let it just be. Those things can make people depressed, they traumatize, they don't know how to get out of it. Some people feel they don't know how to get out of it at all. Imagine you being like or in the hospital or in the fence when the air goes up and security is not allowed to allow you up. Nanny who cooking now allowed to allow you go to the kitchen. You not belong to this place. You not belong. You are just strictly on that. But as an educated person, I'm still thinking that can a career lawyer come to this level to just sit down and do nothing about her own rights as a human, especially knowing so much about human rights law nowadays around the world, not just in the country she's from, off, not just from Liberia, around the world. You already know the details about human rights and all the abuses that come with domestic violence. How can you just sit down and somebody take full advantage of you
All
without
my
you
entire
saying
life.
anything? Yeah. Say anything, you're not doing anything about it. You just sit down, supposedly the old people can say, and you remain there until the end of time for you. It is so sad. It is so very sad. When I saw his wife death announcement, for the few times I saw them on Facebook movie, I knew that when I saw him posted that he lost his wife, all of us were saddened because she's a young woman and she's a foreigner. It's a foreign daughter to us that he
Yes.
brought to us like parents. So we all decided to move with him, share his post, and talk about it. But after a few hours, when I saw the fufu and soup that this guy was eating, I was like, can you, can you imagine someone who has been with you for more than 6 years? More than 6 years, yeah. And then they just died abruptly. And all you do is to swallow that amount of fufu and put it on Facebook.
On
So even say
Facebook.
you swallow it, we
Who
need
moved at
Facebook for.
that? And
Why
you're
you
looking
need
for
Facebook?
somebody
The first thing,
after 30 hours, I'm just eating fufu. Who cares?
yeah, that's sad. Because the only thing when we bereave, the only thing we do on Facebook is to notify on our page so people can see and know that there is something happening to you or something wrong with you, just in case your colleagues or your friends don't see it now. So we just notify that
So
or like Facebook that we're doing this. And you go back into your shell. And that place you will stay until maybe after everything. But you just on Facebook talking about
because
you
what
saw the
I think what
fufu.
he was doing, like I was
That's
telling you, Vivian, what this dude was doing, he was trying to destroy evidence. He was trying to make people to be seen. But the first thing he started pointing at the government of Liberia and the healthcare sector in Liberia. The second thing, he cursing the police officer and confessing to killing somebody father in 1985. The fourth thing, one of his friends were interviewed by Spoon Talk today. He said that
mm,
he went to the office, he said that B did not have any money. Your wife, you quite referring to her like that?
mm.
And the other thing, allegedly, he had 1 million insurance on this woman. So
Wow.
could you see that allegedly he had 1 million insurance,
Yeah,
$1 million insurance on this woman? Could it be
yeah.
somebody there? I would wonder if he's having a 3-year-old man, he went through a lot of health issues. Is it like this girl was young and was not getting everything she needed in a marital life? And she decided to exit the marriage. And the guy said, if I don't have you, nobody will have you. Well, rather was the issue because they went for breakfast together. They went for lunch together. You want to tell me this lady could not call somebody say, I'm not going with a man, I need help?
A lot of things do happen. Sometimes maybe she never even had a phone anymore. Maybe all Google has a thing nowadays. Not just Google, but the phone, the Android, both Android and iPhone, they have some system or is an app or what that when you're communicating, your husband can have all your communication, have all your recordings of the things that you do
And that also an
daily.
abuse
Sometimes
too. That
all
an abuse
messages,
in the person,
yeah,
personal. You abusing the
yeah,
person, psychologically abusing the person. I mean, like the
mm,
person her life. That how the abuse start. And when continue at
yeah,
the end of the day, the end of the life to where she is now today. The person
yeah,
communication.
all the messages, the entire communication system, it work on your phone for them. So as they receive any message, you receive it. As they receive any call, you also receive it. As they receive text message or email, anything, you also receive it. Those people are high class security people. People that Jackson, those are high class security people. So it's possible That was the kind of system, or that is it is the kind of system that he has on her phone. So it limits her from speaking to people or telling people what's happening to her because she lives in the house with him. If she tells anyone, it also goes to her phone. And say he the one restricting it, he either take the phone away from you or phones away from you, or he put you in a position where you will no longer be able to use phone until he's ready and until he can say let's travel before you allow to travel, until he can say let's eat out before you allow to eat out, stopping you from having physical contact with any other persons. Those are all forms of domestic violence, and those are the worst because those are the going to break you down mentally. And if your
Yeah.
mental health is not stable, imagine what's going to happen to you in the marriage. So a lot of things could be the fact that she could not reach to people who she wanted to or who she needed to reach to. You will hear some stories, I'm sure, from when the parents are inter, they will talk about their communication with their daughter.
What they
If
say the
they want,
parents killed the Morovia,
probably,
the family
yeah,
already
they were on their way from South Africa. So maybe they could be in Monrovia today or early tomorrow morning. But they were already on their way, according to the news, they were already on their way to Monrovia, Liberia. So I'm sure they will hear we hear more news and more stories, probably lack of communication, you know, with lack of information sharing between they and their daughter. It's possible because if your phone is hacked by your husband, you know that he can limit your discussion with certain people. And if he finds out you are talking to this person that he says don't talk to, it's possible that he takes the phone for you and maybe make you communicate only on his phone in his presence. And you are afraid because you are doing that, you can say that you want one man who got a gun. That man has a gun.
I mean,
Almost all the big boys,
everything that
big
glitter is not
politicians got
good.
gone.
Everything that glitter is not good. That man used to come up, my Zulu queen, my Zulu queen, my Zulu queen.
Yeah.
Like, what?
After punishing her, then after punishing her inside, he comes out to bring her to the public so that people can believe that everything is going well. So that people can believe it. That's just it. That's just what he's doing right there to that lady. Nothing else. That's just what he was doing to the lady. To
Wow.
making people to feel that they were okay at home. And then she was there going through a lot, but could not say because she could not have physical contact with most of the people who she thought she could share with. So when she was able to get if she's able to get one person, she feels okay getting to that one person, knowing that that person will help her. But the person didn't help her until she died. And the
Exactly.
person
Like, why
comes
the
back
men
and
were
says
like,
she
oh,
reached out to me.
you should have said something before the lady died. And Vivian, I mean, why would he? Okay, the lady has seizure. She dropped on the bed. So where the pool of blood came from? Did she hit her head? Where the pool of blood came? Did she fall on the floor? If she fell on the floor, who put her on the bed? So I mean, I
These
can't
are
stay.
questions.
So like I said, what we're discussing here today is not for her. She gone. But if a
Mm-hmm.
lady who has stayed in domestic violence and say keep quiet, like okay, if I walk out of there, man,
Mm-hmm.
like they man feeding my mom, they man feeding my pa, sending my little brother to school, you making me to wear coaching, go earring. When you dead and gone, don't go earring or coaching will be gone too. And
Oh yes.
he will never even turn around to look at your brother or your sister or your mom.
Oh yes, for sure. So with me trying to, I don't know, we have had a whole lot of women conferences, women seminars, UN women have brought a whole lot to tree, UNDP, uh, in fact the whole UN agency, there are so many things that we've been going to the villages, talking to women, but let me tell you, there are women right in the city who know their right from wrong, still feel comfortable in a marriage that is full of violence. They feel
Wow.
so comfortable in there, even though they are the ones who coming out to speak about it. They are called to places. They talk about some of these topics, but when they go home, they
They
meet
stay
in
there.
it. Yeah, Some of the
So
things
that
that you keeping, yeah, you keeping your husband prestige, or you keeping your yourself from yeah, because of your children. You're doing it because you can't afford to stay on your own, or you cannot afford when you move on your own to do anything for yourself. But people willingly stay in those kind of spaces until they see the end, or they are dead and gone. And those are the things people continue to say. If the marriage not working, give yourself a little space. Give
yeah,
yourself a little space. Seriously, a little space is not bad, even for men. And maybe after some time, and you think that the person has changed, you can go back to your normal space. But this time, life is so short.
it
Life
is.
is so short.
Mm-hmm.
And no woman deserves to die like that. No,
No, I
not
said,
one.
I was looking, I was seeing some picture on Facebook. I said, is this her for real? Is it her body? Is it her? I didn't believe it. I said, saying like, is this her? Unless the one where they mark her name on her breast and all this stuff. I mean, it's so sad. It's sad. It's sad. And it does not give like really the best image. And I don't know what he was thinking about. He apparently he just
No,
thought it was
not
buried. They were going to be buried under the road that they would just come grab. And then this guy is crazy. They went to see my wife private part. No, they want to do the investigation. And in the process of the investigation, they
of
got to check
course.
all over to see if I can see somebody chest with a discoloration, bruise, somebody hair with bruise. I will check the private part to who know what I put iron there. You know what I say?
Of
That kind
course.
of assessment.
Of
If you
course.
respect that private part, you're not going to destroy her allegedly. But you didn't respect that private part, so don't worry about that. You already took her life. What about private part are more important to you?
The hair. The life was the most precious one that could even save her from anything. And it has left her already. She's gone, but it's like we, the women of Liberia, just need to continue to stand up, and talk about this issue over and again, and encourage other women to come out. Just the other day, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. Yesterday, a lady came and spoke out. She said she was in that same kind of relationship, a domestic violence relationship, where nothing was working for her. And she ran away. She came to give her story. She ran away. And she said, I ran away from there. And everybody thought I was going to suffer when I left. Because most of the time when women in it, they think that because of the benefit, that when you leave, who will take care of you, especially if you have children.
Exactly. The person in the
But young
bread.
Regina Daniel,
That's faithful.
young Regina Daniel, she saved herself first. And in the long run, she will come back for her children. Because
Yeah.
you are not kidding children. Those are your kids. In the long run, she will have to come back for her children. And I pray that she will win the case. This guy is from Liberia, from South Africa. You looking at this thing, is not working. You call all your nanny, all your security, then tell them say, you can open this gate or I cause a scene in this community.
Or
And
Vivian,
probably
Vivian, they
she
were
didn't
going
even
for
have
breakfast
friends.
together, right? They met took her out of the fan for breakfast. They are led that they were going to, I know, some kind of hotel for rest, for lunch and dinner and breakfast. Baby, I was stay in that facility where you taking me for breakfast when you get me out of that fair. I will stand there and tell them, you call police. I'm not leaving from here until police comes. I want to go to my embassy. This man is abusing me. He show all the mad to the people. Somebody will come down for a rescue. But you didn't do it. And not like she was just tied in the fan. The man brought her out sometime for breakfast, brought her out sometime for lunch or dinner. Then when she should have stood her ground to say, this man is abusing me. So I mean, those of you ladies are listening to us today. Like we say, we're not talking to Miss Tony, we're talking to us women who are alive
Of course.
that we can experience the exact thing she experienced. Some of you men will say, oh, a woman will say, I come in to marry you to bring you to this place. Some people they marry and bring in this country or other country, Vivian. Only God knows. Only God knows what some of them in.
Sure.
So somebody, I mean, like 64-year-old man can say they want you, or 60-year-old
Yeah.
man can divorce two, three times. They can get a diamond or
Three
gold, man.
times.
The poverty rate is high, but your life is more important. Ask question.
Very important.
Find out. Say what happened. Why
Yeah.
this person is not married? Why this person divorced two, three times? But you don't want to get into a
Check.
situation that will take your life the day when this girl is gone.
And maybe that's the reason he went way to South Africa to find a wife, because he knew that it would have been difficult in Liberia. Because I don't
Yeah.
see anything extra on the career from South Africa, except for the fact that she's from South Africa. And actually, it doesn't make her different anyway from any other young woman or educated woman or the woman. But that's his love. And then maybe she too, she was shy since she was not introduced to people like that, except people who knew it from far, a community that was not place that she could walk around in, where she would meet people, even shake hands with somebody else. She had to be confined into the things, that hell of things. Some of it, that one of the ways too that can make people depressed. You got anybody here, you should be able to stroll around sometime, find someone in the community, even old people to give to or something. If you want, you are not allowed to do so. Then you are not allowed to practice as a lawyer, even as a lawyer from South Africa, to just visit the law school, yeah, see how people doing things, working all the time. You are not allowed to go there. You're not allowed to associate with friends. You don't
Wow.
already have any yet, and you're not allowed to make some yet. So those are things that traumatize people. You don't have people to talk to. Them. Once you have to talk to online, you be monitored. You can't say what you want to say to your people. Those things are some of the things she has been going through. But again, it is what it is. It's a lessons learned for the Liberian women, since it happened in our country, and we all know we are following. We are following the police report daily on the case, and we will continue to follow up on the police report, on the investigation, and we'll follow it to the end to know what's happening. There's a way we can have maybe a 3 months discussion every month for a day, to have a discussion on for the different forms of violence, so people can start, relearn it, because people learned it before, so maybe they have unlearned it, so maybe we can help them relearn the different forms of violence, and psychologically what it has on you, and physically what you may encounter, and all the kind of things. So I think Samdra TV can devote their time to 3 months domestic violence training, or violence as a whole, and then maybe we could just find a timing every week where we can jointly meet and discuss these issues for 1 hour, and talk about it more and more, raise that awareness as we await the result from the LMP investigation, and what is going to be the further details of the the burial ceremony or that of Tony. So Liberian women can prepare themselves again to start educating other people about it.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
this
that's
is really sad for our country also, because she's a foreign daughter brought to us. So we
yeah.
call her our daughter, and it's
Ah,
embarrassing for us.
so embarrassing.
It,
That's
it, it
what
very happy.
it is. I mean, it's so embarrassing. We will look into that. We'll discuss it, and we will look into that to create the awareness. We gotta continue to educate. And I tell people, not you're not getting married because you want your mom to be happy. You're not getting married because you don't want the community to call you name. You're not getting married. You won't getting married because you want a partner and a peaceful partner. You're getting married because you want a best friend. You're getting married because you want somebody. You're not getting married to somebody that would not even respect low down on you. So
Yeah.
we need to do that education. We need to provide our education, and we will work on it, and we'll carry it through. Again, we regret the death of Mrs. Jackson, Tony Jackson. Sometimes you don't even know who you're getting married to.
I
We all just
know.
pray to God. We just need to pray to God for God to carry us through. So again, we regret her death. I mean, I I, I really felt bad anxiety, emotion, everything combined. I was feeling so bad about that. She didn't deserve to die like that. She was just loving somebody that other women would not even love because of the age. I mean, and then you the person died, the husband is dying regretting. I was supposed to say maybe he did it out of mistake. If people do out of mistake, you know from the way they express
Yeah,
and
but
do
I
things.
noticed he's
It's
working
not
with
even
too much
care.
smiles on his face. He
He
smiles
doesn't
too
care
much on
enough.
his face.
So
He needs
again,
to reduce the smile. He's
yeah, we'll
working with so
continue to.
much smile, like
Then
nothing
nothing
happens.
happened.
With so much smile. He
Yeah.
needs to stop smiling too much and pretending like he's smiling because the government are in their way. The government is not a it's not a him. He has to answer some questions, and that's all the government wants. They're not getting at him for any reason special, but because it is somebody who died mysteriously, and he needs to answer some questions. So he should put on his bereavement face and take all those smiles from on his face, and that kind of normal talking. It's traumatizing to have a wife who dies right by you, the kind of way she died, and you be too open and friendly like that, like
And smiling and showing
big,
middle finger in the
nothing
air,
big as
crossing
happy.
police people and all this stuff, even let's say you did it through mistake, there's a way you will compose yourself, will know, oh, maybe that's an accident. But allegedly that cannot be an accident with all the bruises on her face, on her eyes, or all the pictures she sent to other people and what I feel. But we're just hoping that justice will be served for her. People not looking at the magnitude of this case. The lady from South Africa, she from another country, and she came to our country and we failed her. So do we think about
Yeah.
that? We have a lot of Liberians in South Africa. So we need to start worrying so they can be kidnapped at night when they go in to pay back there. So people not understanding that people think people are doing it because of politics. It's not because of politics. Even in the great United States, if something happen, your spouse is a person of interest until he or she becomes suspect. So the government of Liberia is working, they're doing what it's supposed to do, and let us follow it. And tomorrow, Ms. Cole, you have any update, we don't mind going for another 10 minute, 10 to 20 minute show to get updates to our follower because that is a sensitive case. That is a universal case, so we need to follow it. But at this point, if you have a closing statement, you can give it, and then we'll draw the curtain down for the day.
Oh yeah. So Samdra TV will continue to bring you update, and we are going to take 3 months every week, maybe an hour, to educate people about domestic violence. We're going to encourage women in the churches to talk to other women there who are going through these things, and colleagues at work, and all of those places. We really need the education more because we see that it is not just affecting Liberian women, it is affecting women around the whole world. And don't stay in an abusive relationship, even if you have 9 children there. When the children get big, they will still know their parents. In
Yeah.
fact, somebody will even follow you when you leave it. So don't stay in any kind of relationship that will not offer you well. It is for all of us, it is for you, it is for your children, it is for your happiness. You can be someone that you can smile, you can be happy. So domestic violence is a crime under the UN law. All forms of violence All forms of violence is a crime under the UN law, not only at the level of the UN, but every country, every woman deserves to live happy. No
Yep.
one deserves the kind of death that Tony died. But we pray our soul rest in peace. We're going to continue to follow up on this issue. Thank you very much for this program tonight.
Thank you, Sister Cole. And this is how we bring this Sunday edition to a close. We're going to draw the curtain right here. Again, you are welcome to join the show anytime. You can call on our WhatsApp line, but we will try to follow the case and until we see the end. If Mr. Jackson is not a doer of the act, the law will set him free. If he's a doer, the law will take a course. And we encourage women that we should not stay in domestic violence for us to leave this world early, that our family will continue to bleed until they die, that our children will be with our parents. Again, I want to say thank you for joining us. This is Central TV. I am Veronica Grants, and in studio with me is Vivian Co. And have a blessed Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you very
We here
much.
to inform you, listen and be inspired. Central TV is